Thank you for joining me for another Essential Quinn video today. My topic today is looking at analysis of excess deaths in England and Wales for week 2 of 2023. This information is readily available from the Office of National Statistics. Here we can see that this latest data was released on the 24th of January and I'm reporting today the 25th of January 2023. Moving to my spreadsheet then where the data is analysed, first of all I'm showing you the chart of the data. We have the 5-year trend data in green bars in the graph, and up here we can see the light blue and the dark blue. That is the actual data for the first 2 weeks of 2023, which you can clearly see is substantially above the 5-year average. Moving to my report then for 2023, here the report is set up for week 1 to the 6th of January. And we can see in week 1 that we had excess deaths of some 2,783 people, which is 22.8% above the 5-year trend and averages. These are very significant differences and are classed as statistically significant. In fact, looking at 5-year averages, data within the 5-year average each year is within plus or minus 1.5%. So that shows how consistent death rates tend to be. And yet here we have death rates of some 22.8%. Changing the report to week 2, my report is dynamically linked to the ONS data set, and now we see for week 2 that the excess deaths in week 2 are some 3,559 persons, are some 25.7% above 5-year average. Again, very significant. Thing to note with this is I also have the cumulative data now for both weeks 1 and 2, with the sum of weeks 1 and 2 excess being 6,342 people. That's comprised of 1,600 odd people who died from COVID and 4,681 who died from other all causes. If we want to look at the breakdown of this excess, we can look at it by age groups here, and what we see here is we still have remarkably high levels of excess deaths in people who are over 75, 75 to 84 specifically being 29.4% above 5-year average, over 85s being 26%. But we also have very significant excess deaths in the 15 to 44 age group. Whilst the quantum of deaths is significantly lower, it is actually, as a percentage, significantly high. Now this is all the more surprising given that we've had 2 years of medical treatments being offered to the population with the aim of reducing death rates, and we're seeing that is not materializing, and does beg the question what exactly is going on at the minute. So looking at the split of excess deaths, we can see in fact that the male excess and female excess are trending very, very similarly at the moment. Some 3,200 odd for men, some 3,200 for women. We can also see the trend of deaths across regions of both England and Wales. What we see here, for example, in Wales, we are 34% higher than 5-year trend, and that contrasts with London being just 15.8% higher than 5-year trends. Now this type of analysis begs the question why someone isn't looking into why these excess deaths are occurring. For example, if we take the 45 to 64 age group, some 21% above 5-year average, we can actually see that those ratios are made up of some 3,300 odd deaths. Now, there are actually 168 hospital trusts in the UK, and if we take 3,016 divided by 168 trusts, that works out at about 20 persons who have died on average in each hospital trust, aged in the range of 45 to 64. Now, if we then think that in a hospital there are multiple departments, cancer, heart, diabetes, and so on, if we say that most of these deaths are even in 5 departments, that would mean that each department had about 4 people to analyze. So it's very surprising that we're not getting analysis of these deaths to understand why people are dying at such excess levels. If a hospital department has only 4 people to analyze in an age group across the first 2 weeks of January, I see no reason why we couldn't be getting an analytical analysis within a week if the government wanted to do so. So to conclude today's analysis of excess deaths in England and Wales in 2023 up to week 2, I want to leave you with some of my favourite verses of scripture. I think at this time when we are seeing excess deaths, clearly this is a great impact on many families, and my condolences go to anyone who has lost anyone in the last period of time. But my verses today show that we should have our eyes focused on what is above and have our trust in the Lord. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again soon.